What up guys, it's FanService Renji. Let's talk about Yaya World of Cosplay, a guide to fandom costume culture book. I'm going to give you guys my review and honest thoughts about this book. But Renji, aren't you friends with Yaya? How do we know this review is honest? Look, just because I'm friends with someone doesn't stop me from keeping it real. If you put out garbage, I'ma say it's garbage. I don't discriminate. First off, I pre-ordered this book from Amazon the first day it was available for pre-order. I should have asked for a hookup, like a professional review. Then maybe you should send me a copy, Yaya, but we won't talk about that. As y'all can see, it came in a nice, sturdy ass box. Ain't no bends or creases in my covers, nothing. This box was solid. I pre-ordered it from Amazon at the time because there was no other options. But that dude got enough money and he ain't paying his employees enough, so I recommend you buying it directly from yayahan.com. At the time of filming this video, Yaya said she would sign your book and also send you a bonus print. It's kind of like a mini print or a giant bookmark, whatever you want to see it as. Let's talk about the physical appearance. Bam! As you see, it's in full color. It's got this nice spot glossy look to it. I don't know if y'all can see it in the pictures, but if you wave it back and forth, you can see certain spots are glossy. There's like some special UV printing on it. Then when you touch it, it's got like this satin soft feel. I mean, honestly, I can't stop stroking it. The cover, you dirty, nasty people, feel free to stroke the cover because it feels nice. It's nice and soft. To be honest, I kind of wish there was a hardcover version of this book. I don't know. To me, hardcover just makes it a collector's item. At some point, you might let a friend read this and he might be one of those douchebags that like to crease the book. There goes your collector's item. Hardcover, it takes some time to crease that shit. It's a very easy to read book. I probably powered through it in 4 to 5 days. That's saying a lot. I'm not the quickest reader. I retained most of the information. What made it so easy to read as well, it's action-packed with colored pictures. Any book with pictures, it gets a thumbs up. I really enjoyed how the pictures supported the text. These pictures weren't there for no reason. Bonus points about those pictures, Yaya credits every photographer for every picture that's used in that book. Except one picture. Guess who took that picture? You guessed it, your boy. Me right here. FanService Renji. There's a picture of a cosplay group called the McVengers. If y'all don't know who the McVengers are, they did a mashup of fast food restaurants and Avengers characters. It's dope. Anyways, I was working Yaya's booth at San Francisco Comic-Con and I took the picture of her and the McVengers. Look out for that picture. Give your boy some credit for the photography skills. Nah, I'm just playing. It was a phone picture, I snapped it, but it's all good, Yaya. I forgive you for not mentioning me about that. Let's break down the contents of this book. A part of it talks about Yaya's origin story. An epic, inspirational story about a girl from China who moves to Germany, who moves to America, and starts a cosplay empire. You definitely don't want to miss the origin story. Learned a lot of things about her that I had no idea even took place in her life. The other parts of the book is pretty much a guide to cosplay culture. She gives you tips and advice for crafting. She recommends a few tools that all cosplayers should have. She talks about materials you should use for armor cosplay or this type of cosplay. She goes into depth about navigating photo shoots at cons and outside of cons. She talks about how to pose, how to find photographers. She supports a lot of this content with real life examples from her own experiences in cosplay. One thing that surprised me was she addressed a lot of the negativity that happens in the cosplay community. I'm not surprised that she addressed it as a person. She's addressed these issues countless times on social media. But a lot of her cosplay peers, a lot of the cos famous, will not touch any negative topics with a 10-foot pole. They don't want to tarnish their brand. So I was taken back that she addressed it in this book that's on permanent print. She covers how to address overall negativity, like people talking shit in your comments, and just negative feedback in general, body shaming, racism, and blackface. But she also talks about personal care and how you can combat this negativity. One section I really enjoyed was when she talked about cosplay as an industry. A lot of y'all new booties in the cosplay game don't understand the struggles that us early cosplayers had to go through. Y'all don't know how cosplay and cons used to be to how they are now. It is grown. Y'all living the good life of cosplay, to be honest. She talks about the different types of businesses that have sprung up within the cosplay community, aka how you and your friends can make money within the cosplay scene. Another section I really enjoyed was when she talked about professional cosplayers. She shares her story about how she started and the things she had to do to become the person she is today. She talks about her successes and her failures. We all see the successful part of someone's career, but a lot of people don't talk about the things they did that failed. And it was really refreshing just to learn that she messed up a lot of times. Expanding on the professional cosplayer subject, she talks about how other professional cosplayers make money. This is a great read for any of y'all inspiring to make any kind of money off of cosplay. She tells you the pros and cons of each type of way to make money. She gives you realistic expectations of what you're getting yourself into. Alright, time to keep it real. What are some of the negatives of the Yaya Han's World of Cosplay book? Well, if you don't like Yaya Han, then why would you have her book in the first place? Unless you're one of these people that buys people's merchandise just to hate on it, then that's your business. But if you don't like Yaya Han, then that's negative number one. Why would you care what she has to say about this cosplay culture? When it comes to the cosplay guide section of the book, if you're an experienced cosplayer, some of this information you already know. No point in you rereading what you already know. The guide caters to a lot of beginners in the cosplay community. To be honest, I could have skipped almost all of the guide section. I already knew that shit. That information's already out there. If it wasn't for some of the real life examples, I probably would have not even read it. I will say this though, it's a good compilation of a lot of useful information in one place. If you're new to cosplay or you don't really craft your own stuff, it's a great cheat sheet. There's a lot of tutorials out there that go into way more detail. This is just a basic starter kit. It's not quite a full guide to cosplay, and it's also not quite a full autobiography of Yaya's life. If you're a fan of Yaya and you want to know more, this book gives you a little bit, but it doesn't give you it all. But I will say, seeing pictures of baby Yaya and childhood Yaya, definitely worth it. No disrespect Yaya, but damn, talk about glow up. From childhood Yaya to cosplay Empress Yaya. I'm sorry, I got no room to joke. I was busted as a kid too, and ain't no one trying to ask me out for dates back in those days. One last negative, to me, the pacing was kind of weird. It may not bother some of you guys, but it definitely bothered me. She would talk about her origin story, give you real life examples, and then all of a sudden, the next chapter is how to make armor. It would jump from origin story to crafting guide, and it just kept going back and forth. Just when I was getting into the story and hearing more about her life, it would end and then go boom. Let's talk about crafting. Let me give you a guide. All that shit talking I just set aside, overall I felt it was a great read for the new or experienced cosplayer. I learned a lot about Yaya, I learned about her struggle, I learned about cosplay in general, and I have a greater appreciation of this culture overall. Just seeing what it used to be to what it is now, by the time I got done with the book, it definitely had me thinking of how cosplay is going to change in the future. The book is physically pleasing. Even if you have friends that don't care about cosplay, I guarantee if you put it on your coffee table, they're all gonna flip through it. There's so many pictures, it's so bright and colorful that you don't even have to like cosplay to enjoy looking through the book. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this book review. Just for clarification, no, this is not a paid or sponsored ad. I paid for this shit with my own money. I pre-ordered this bitch like a year ago or whenever it was available. I'm all about supporting artists. I'm all about supporting cosplayers, paving the way for the rest of us to make money. I hope you guys give Yaya Han's book a chance. For those of you that bought it from Amazon, make sure you leave a review. Reviews mean everything to artists. One day, you're gonna have your product out and you're gonna be asking people to do the same thing. So do Yaya a favor and leave a review on her Amazon page. With that said, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm FanService Renji, and I'll see you guys next week.